real quick, can I interject this? I'm just, as I'm screaming into the mic, I'm very proud to say...
you stop pointing at me like fucking Lewis Black.
This is 2 episodes, no freaking out. I'm not gonna have my.
Oh, you're not gonna let your emotions. Oh yeah, your meltdowns.
I just wanted to say that. Yeah.
It hasn't been 2 full episodes.
This is the second one.
So you've only gone 1.
Every day's a new day.
Okay, but you ended the last time he was here. He ended an episode pouting. Remember that?
Yeah, I think that was the push-up episode.
It was.
Right?
I walked out of the studio. I didn't even say goodbye to anybody. So, Danny, I know I left you a voicemail.
Which I saved because I'm not stupid.
Oh, you saved it?
I absolutely.
Oh, we got to play it on
great.
the show.
That's great. You know what's so funny? You didn't call me back, and I called Bill, and I'm like, I think Danny doesn't like me anymore. He didn't call me back.
No,
going, shut the fuck up.
It was fine.
I was my usual supportive self. Shut the fuck up, Joe.
Dude, like,
stop being a fucking Mary.
I have voicemails that I have saved on my Verizon voicemail thing for a solid year, if not longer, just because I'm like, I know I'm going to use this eventually. And, and when I checked that voicemail from Joe, I was like, this will come up at some point in the future.
Oh, yeah.
So,
all right, good.
So every 21 days, I've been hitting 9. Would you like to save this message? Yes.
Well, you just hear the first few words. Hey, Danny, it's me,
Hey, it's
Joe.
DeRosa. Boop. This message will be saved for.
Well, Joe, you know, this episode we're talking about we're going to be dealing with like anger issues, and you seem like you're we're actually going to have a an anger therapist come in and try, because me and Joe we're famous for going off, you know.
Oh, me too. I have a terrible reputation around the O&S show.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that blows up. I'm the guy that
and
loses my mind.
the worst thing about having a temper is even when you're right, you become wrong because it stops being about the issue. It starts being like, Jesus Christ, did you see Danny?
And
the guy didn't do this, and this. Yeah, but that's no reason to call somebody a cunt.
And as right as you can be, and you could be making the most valid point in the world, and you know whoever your opposers are, they'll be like, "See, this is what I'm talking about. See, this is why we can't talk to you."
I wish you could see yourself right now, Danny. When they start doing that, which just makes you madder.
The worst is when somebody goes, I am not going to talk to you if you're going to talk to me with that tone. And they're doing, and you're going, but you know, you're being a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
I'm not, this conversation is done.
This thing, Joe, this shouting, this name calling, that's not how adults speak to one another.
This is exactly what we're talking about.
Dude, and if they just knew the Tarantino murderous fantasies that go through my head. Dude, I took the train up today from, I was doing Helium down in Philadelphia.
Oh, I took the train?
And yeah, dude, I love the train. The train is so much, dude. The train is so much better. Let me just get to the point before you trash me for being like Boxcar Willie. Yeah, I had a little stick with a handkerchief and a sandwich in the back. No, I was driving up. You know, it took like the 7:30 train so I could come up here and do this damn show. And I get on the train. All I want to do is fall asleep. And what happens? These 2 fucking women just start yammering along because this really seems like we hate women, but you know.
I know.
It's really just gone. I wish it was 2 guys who were doing it, but it wasn't. You know, they just sit next to each other. They just have to start fucking talking.
Yeah.
And it was as loud as like some obnoxious guy on a cell phone. And I was just sitting there. And I've read enough about anger. Anger's like when you don't feel you have control of the situation, which I didn't. Because if I yell, but you 2 fucking assholes, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Do you ever think that at 7:30 in the morning somebody wants to fucking sleep? Do you notice you're the only 2 people blabbering away on this fucking train car?
No, they don't give a shit.
Exactly. But if I yelled that up, even though I'm right, and half the people there were thinking that shit, they'd be like, geez, well, you know, you don't start yelling fuck on a train, then they throw me off in the middle of Jersey.